he would become very controlling of things, very specific to how he wanted it to be. His prerogative. He's the boss. But we would all talk about it, and we would all be like, it'd just be better if we did this, or, like...
Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go, 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 go! And you've heard the chant so many, many times of Triple H, Triple H. The rest of us would be chanting, boring, boring.
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there is not real life. Like you could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. It's not, and I'll use Cody as the example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a baby face. He's like, really? Because I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10,000, 15,000 people every night going ape shit for me, selling the most merchandise. He's like, yeah, but sure, whatever you want to say on the internet.
Right,
that's
right.
Come on. I'm actually mildly disappointed. I thought it would be so much louder.
Are you surprised by this at all?
No. Look.
The fact is, he is surprised. He is surprised because he is surprised the fans have turned on him, right? The fans have turned on this dude, bro. Triple fraud up in this piece has been losing face, especially in 2025. Now, why does everyone hate Triple H? For one, let us even look at this right here, okay? 50-50 like ratio on John Cena's final match. Now, obviously, there's got to be an element of people who are going to dislike this anyway, because it is John Cena's final match and people don't want to see that. No questions about that, right? Nobody has a problem with that. But the overwhelming majority of people who have watched it took the time to dislike it, and it is almost 50-50. So there is something to be said about them being disappointed in this. They weren't disappointed in Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at SummerSlam, though. We all loved it, right? It was a great match. One of Cena's best match of the entire year. Let's be honest about it. That match with AJ Styles was nothing more than like a love letter to wrestling, right? So then it was just a bunch of spots, a bunch of finishers that they paid tribute to old opponents, but that was about it. Okay. Now that time period was great for Cena because he was on top. Now I just fail to see how people wouldn't want to see this match as his last match. Can you imagine if this match was his last match in December instead of Gunther, the Yin General, right? So Triple H is surprised. He is surprised he's getting this reaction. Now he's trying to kayfabe it, right? He completely no-sold this guy's question. He's going to be people are going to be mad about it. Some will say we've done too much. Others will say we've done too little, and there's not going to be a middle ground. But ultimately, people are going to be upset about Cena leaving. But the fact of the matter is, right, if we were to look at the entire panel, right, this entire show, from beginning to end, people were not booing like they did with Triple H. Even when Triple H came out into the arena, people were booing him. So there is something to be said about the sentiment changing towards this man, right? There is no excuse anymore for him to be making in regards of Cena. For example, recently it seems to be a trend with Cena and Triple H where something will happen, right? For example, Triple H will bring back Brock at at SummerSlam, at the end of SummerSlam, and he will F5 Cena and send off the show. And then Cena the next day will be I will be I'll be going out with the way Triple H wants me to go out, pretty much, right? I will do what he says. Whatever cards are dealt to me, I will play him, and I'm a team player. I don't really pick and choose. I just do my job. But at the same, on the same night, Triple H came out and then he said, well, this is John Cena's last way of going out. This is John Cena's final days, final matches, and it's pretty much the way John Cena wants to go out. He will go out that way. Pretty much it, right? There's nothing more to be said about that than that. So you would assume it was Cena's opinion that bringing Brock back would be the right choice. But I highly doubt it, bro, right? I highly doubt it. It was Triple H who brought him back, and he's trying to stick it onto Cena. And whatever he might have, he's going to put it on Cena. And he did it recently again. It's just a lot of weird things. A lot of weird things going around with Cena and Triple H trying to, pass the blame onto one another. But the majority of people are awakening. The majority of WWE fans are really awakening because, for example, right, in that beginning clip where he was talking about, I'll, for example, go to an arena and it will sell out for Cody, right? I mean, not sell out, but like it'll be a packed house. Everybody's cheering for Cody. So you tell me how he's falling flat. You tell me how he is sucking. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Right? In the grand scheme of things, okay? In the grand scheme of things, a arena for SmackDown, right? Obviously, Cody's on SmackDown. An arena of SmackDown might be 15,000 people, right? 20,000 people at best. And it's going to be a bunch of people that finally are able to go see WWE because it came to their city, right? WWE travels city to city. So clearly, regardless of people who follow week to week or not, there's going to be a bunch of people that want to go just because it is WWE in their city, and I might as well go. It doesn't cost that much, right? Now, obviously it does. So the people that do go right now today, they don't go as a representation of, like the mainstream opinion. No, they go to these shows because it was just, a fun time to have. They'll bring their wives, their kids, their girlfriends, whatever, and they go out there to have a good time, right? It is not like a place where they're going to start booing you, because that is not the place, right? For example, if Cody Rhodes comes out, people love him. They're going to cheer for him. But we all know his run as a champion has completely sucked. He might be the worst champion that we've had in the last 5 years. And I'm being honest right here. I hate his title run. It completely sucks. I just hate it, right? And more people start to get awakened, and they feel the same way. So it was really hard to get a concentration of people who are like-minded, right? Who are not bots. And Cena's last match was a perfect, cesspool of people who don't care about Triple H, who don't care about, week-to-week booking. They are honest. They look at Cena, they see the past, the present, and no more the future, and they're sad, and they're letting them know because the entire show sucked. So he's not going to have the same people who are going to come out and, cheer regardless, right? Because they paid a lot of money. You think people are going to pay that much money to go to SmackDown or Raw and just be like a damn mark and be just annoying? No. They want to go have a good time. But the people who paid that much money to go see Cena, they are the honest fans. That is the way they really feel. Now look at this right here, right? These were the chants like the entire night. I mean, not the entire night, but like at the final segment. You effed up, Baldy. We want Vince. We don't care. AEW, right? They are going crazy. And Triple H, I mean, right now, he's in no position to be making comments about the fans being marks. They don't know what they want. They're stupid. They're dumb. No more. He has to finally acknowledge this. And, I really find it like funny, man. I really find it hypocritical that he'll say, for example, oh yeah, Vince, he had his own ways. He might be a little bit like old in his ways. And if he has an idea in his mind, you can't change it. And obviously it's his company. Exactly. It's his company, bro. He'll do what the fuck he wants, bro. He made you, motherfucker. He made you, bro. Not only did he make Triple H, not only did he provide you your wife, right? For lack of better terms, right? You wouldn't have a wife, you wouldn't have a job, and you wouldn't have a fucking life in wrestling if it wasn't for Vince. So pump the fucking brakes. Stop with the fucking bright ideas, because clearly you haven't had them. Right? Oh my God, NXT was so good. Shut the fuck up about NXT, man. I'm sick and tired of NXT. First of all, it wasn't that good. Second of all, whatever good it wasn't because Triple H. It was because maybe they brought in Ring of Honor champions like Kevin Steen, El Generico, it was Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, they brought the best of the best from the indies into NXT. Why? Because at that time there was no AEW. So, those guys, if it wasn't the main roster, NXT was the second best thing, and they treated NXT like they would treat AEW. You know what I'm saying? So there was clearly something of like this hungry talent pool. For example, even Adam Cole, right? There was this talent pool that was hungry to show the world who they are, but not on the main roster. So there was like this whole competitive nature. Anyways, that was why NXT Black and Gold was good. Is today's NXT any better, bro? You turn that shit on, bro, all you see is just like booty shaking, bro. What the fuck, bro? Right? Come on, man. Lock in, bro. And the entire fan notion stemmed from back then, right? It was all because of, oh yeah, NXT was so great, which, you know, relatively speaking, it was in comparison to what it is today. And like, you know, and even comparing to the main roster of today, it was great. I can get why people wanted to see Triple H. For the longest time, I understood what people said. Oh yeah, you know, if Triple H is here and if Vince is gone, you know, boom, you know, it'll be great. I got that notion, and honestly, you know, there was times in the WWE we had ups and downs, and obviously Vince was getting older, but you know, regardless of that, it's like, are we really going to, like, you know, forego the idea that by default, you know, the Triple H is going to be better? That's crazy. Like, how many shows has he booked? How many champions has he made? How many superstars has he created? So when Vince got kicked and then WrestleMania 40 was like rolling around, we all remember when The Rock came back and he wanted a match against Roman Reigns for the head of the table. Remember that? And then, oh my God, all hell broke loose. We want Cody. We want Cody. We want Cody. And let me tell you something about that shit, okay? That whole thing with We Want Cody was so stupid. Why is it stupid? Because come on, bro. The Royal Rumble was January, and 2, 3, 4 weeks later, The Rock comes back to confront him. So there was clearly already talks of Triple H knowing that The Rock wanted to come back and face Roman Reigns. But what does this fucking Mark have him do? He has Cody Rhodes win the Rumble again, knowing damn well it was going to be a conflict of interest. And that's amazing to me, bro. It really is amazing. Because remember what happened at WrestleMania 39? Roman Reigns won that match, right? Of course he did. But what law was there for Triple H to book an entire fucking year after that for him to get a rematch? Why did it have to be an entire year, right? Because if you guys remember, at the Raw after Mania 39, what happened, bro? What happened? Him and Brock were going to have a tag match against Roman and like Solo, I think. And then suddenly, Triple H orders Brock Lesnar to F5 Cody Rhodes. And then they start off their own feud. What the actual F, bro? What about, okay, what about him? What about Cody Rhodes immediately going after his rematch? And they could have had a program that, you know, culminated at SummerSlam. And then finally, we could have had Roman lose to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and Cody could have finally became the champion. But no, you had to waste an entire year, 12 months straight after WrestleMania 39 with a bunch of filler bullshit. It was literally a bunch of filler BS, because then he had 3 matches against Brock. This guy beats Brock. That's, first of all, what the fuck, bro? That's so not believable, but that's besides the point. And then by September, October, what happens, bro? What happens? This megastar suddenly becomes a tag champion with Jey Uso. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Instead of this guy going after his title, I mean, like, you know, like not his title, but like instead of him chasing Roman Reigns again to get his rematch, he's doing this bullshit. And in the meanwhile, The Rock is trying to get back to Mania. He's trying to have a Mania match with Roman. And then suddenly, when he comes back, Triple H has already booked this clown to win the Rumble. And then obviously, when he comes back and people are, you know, once again behind him and he wins the Rumble, like we want, like, you know, honestly, the sentiment wasn't that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? The support wasn't that aggressive behind Cody. Let's be real. When he won that Rumble, people were like, what the hell? He won again? What? Right? That's really what people thought. But then ultimately, when The Rock stepped in, oh my God, like he's like the ultimate douchebag, right? We want Cody. We want Cody. Finish your story. Finish your story, Cody. Cody crybabies, right? That's really what happened. So now that I've laid out that idea, right? That sketch, that actual objective reporting of the events, how do you still look back at that time and think it was really justified for The Rock to get, you know, pretty much, you know, bitched? He got bitched in this bullshit, bro. And then people are like, oh, you know, like, oh, Triple H made The Rock step aside. It was the right call for The Rock to step aside. Triple H did it. No. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, he messes it up. And then he's also the one to fix it. And he said it correct. You know what I'm saying? Like he did the right thing in this situation. What about like having Cody win the Rumble off rip, bro? Like, it's just so stupid the way some people think, bro. It's really, really annoying. So like, okay. Now, The Rock was the one that made WrestleMania 40 great, by the way. He became heel. He joined the Bloodline. You know what I'm saying? It was a tag match, and then Cody and like Cody and Rock had their like thing going on with the blood and stuff like that. That was great. The Rock made WrestleMania 40 great. If The Rock wasn't involved at all, what do you think was going to happen? From in January up until April, for 4 months, Cody and Roman Reigns were going to have face-offs, and they were going to talk, yada, 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 attack here and there, and boom, and then he's going to have like his inevitable victory at WrestleMania 40. An entire year, pretty much 2 years, you know, if you're going to count the lead up to WrestleMania 39 as well, right? 2 years. Come on, man. And WrestleMania 40 is about to be 2 years ago. So for 4 years, it's been Cody Rhodes. So what the hell is Triple H talking when he's saying that, oh my God, when I go to an event, you know, Cody still sells the most merch. Cody still is like, you know, super over. Cody is beloved. Okay, first of all, Cody sells the most merch. Compared to what? Compared to what, bro? Compared to what? Are you kidding me, bro? Roman Reigns sells 4 t-shirts. He sells 6? What? Are you kidding me? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's just bullshit, bro. And then like the whole idea of like, oh yeah, but like in the arenas he's loved. In the arenas he's loved. Shut the hell up. Who isn't loved in the arena, bro? Oh my God. This is why this guy's tone deaf, bro. This guy is pretty much the reason why WWE is failing. And like looking at this, right? Triple H was set to have a smile on his face in gorilla position after the finish of Johnson's final match and reacted backstage to the boos, much like he did on camera. So he's like, oh, is that all you got? I expect more. He's like taking a piss. Like I don't understand it, bro. Like he's seeing all the negativity. People are pissed because Mr. Never Give Up, Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect gave up. Right? It's weird. It's weird. Like he could have lost and still had a victory in the fact that he didn't give up and he passed out and he ended his career like a warrior. That would have been great. Much like Goldberg. Goldberg didn't tap. I mean, look at Cena and like Bayley's, I'm sorry, not Cena, CM Punk and Bayley's reaction to this. Look, she's looking around, not like she can't believe it. Like, what the hell is this? Are you kidding me? I'm going, right? Like she's pissed, right? They can't believe it, bro. Even like Lillian Garcia couldn't believe it. Even CM Punk, bro. Look at CM Punk. He gets into the ring and like Stephanie looks at like Triple H like, come on, like look at the face of me, like come on, bro. Like this is the way you did it. Come on, man. Like nobody was really happy with the way this ended. Nobody. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. Oh, like, she can't believe it. What? No way. He tapped. And Cena never tapped. I mean, okay. Oh my God, heels advocate. He tapped out to Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Kurt Angle. Shut the hell up, bro. It never happened. It doesn't fit my narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we here, man? Like, trying to be like objective annies, bro? Come on, bro. What's like, why does the truth have to get in the way of a good story, man? Of a good narrative, bro? All right? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't fit my narrative, so it doesn't matter. So now he's gonna sit here, bro, and like, you know, head down and like, you know, talking about the fact that, oh, people are just simply mad because Cena's gone. No, they're not mad because Cena's gone. They're mad because he ruined the entire retirement year. The heel run was a flop. His matches were a flop. He had close matches with people that he shouldn't have. Like, for example, Logan Paul. Are you kidding me? He had to hit him with 3 AAs, 1 avalanche, and this guy still barely kicked out, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it doesn't make any sense. And then you have him get squashed by Brock Lesnar, as if Brock Lesnar needed to beat John Cena again. He could have beaten anybody else at WrestlePalooza. He could have done that, but no. It had to be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar because you had to sell tickets for WrestlePalooza because ESPN forced your hand to create a pay-per-view to kickstart the partnership. And right now, ESPN is unhappy. ESPN is unhappy with the WWE. So, like, not only did he have to screw over John Cena with that match and, you know, had him get buried, not only did he have to go out there and have John Cena get completely embarrassed at Survivor Series against Dominic Mysterio by having 2 chicks pick him up, drop him down, and like hit their finishers on the greatest of all time, supposedly. 2 fucking chicks, bro. What in the beta bitch shit is this, bro? Fucking hell, man. I didn't get it, man. And then like he hits him with a 619 boom, and then he has him lose again. And now we're supposed to act like, oh yeah, we're so surprised he lost to Gunther or he tapped out. Like, I'm not surprised he tapped out, bro, because he became that much of a pussy, bro. Right? Come on, man. Like, it's supposed to be the last year. Nobody wanted to see human Cena. They wanted to see Super Cena. They wanted him to go out there and kick ass and prove to the world why he's the best. But Triple H, I don't know what the hell he did. He dropped the ball so hard, bro. And it's so ironic, man. It's so ironic. Like, there was that one clip on like WWE Unreal, like Cena and like Triple H were backstage. They were like, you know, this is your final year. It's hard to mess it up. And then like Cena was like, you know, there is a way. There is a way. You know, Cena knew it, bro. Come on, man. This is just a joke. I'm sick and tired of it. Triple H has lost all goodwill from the fans, and I don't really think we will get anything better. What? Gunther beats Cena now. Gunther versus Brock Lesnar has to happen. Oh my god, Brock Lesnar lost to Gunther. Gunther is such a dumb. Oh my god, I'm not ready for that shit. WWE has a bunch of old talent, no new stars. Gunther sucks. Everybody sucks. The WWE is in shambles, and Triple H pretty much ran into the ground. I'm the heels advocate, and I'm out.